Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be breaking down how you can make over six figures using TikTok. This is kind of a hot topic that a lot of people have been either interested in or upset about on my TikTok as I've been talking about this. But I'm going to break down and share some of my personal streams of income that are applicable for other people and things that you can start implementing literally tomorrow to be able to make six figures off of your social media. So, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and leave comments if you have any questions. Also, feel free to DM me if you have any questions. I'm always happy to help and reply. So let's just get right into it. So one of the first things that I want to bring up is creating some sort of passive product. Now this can be anything from a super low ticket item like an ebook to a super high ticket item like a course. You can literally do anything that you want depending on what your skill set is. I know people that sell website templates, Canva templates, ebook templates. You can sell an ebook if you have information about something. You can sell a course if you have information about something. Anything that you can make once and then put up for sale on your website and have it be passive so that you only have to deal with it once is going to be a really great income stream for you. I know that there's kind of a negative stigma around courses, especially ones being sold on TikTok, but honestly, if you put the value into the course and you make it a worthwhile course for people to purchase, then there's no shame in selling the information that you have. You're able to give people a lot of valuable information in a short amount of time and charge people a fraction of the cost of what they would pay for like a college class or something like that. I learned recently that there's a college professor that's been using a lot of my YouTube videos in their actual college class, and I'm like, wow, that's so silly, because the people that are learning that same thing, paying probably tens of thousands of dollars a year, could have learned the same thing from me for much, much less. So just think about that. Think about the value and the things that you have that you could teach people. It could be anything from photography to social media to design, literally anything that you have a lot of information about. There are people looking for that information out there on the internet, and if it's something that you're passionate about that you can create content about, then you can definitely create a passive product that can be a stream of income. So the second thing that I want to talk about is being some sort of online service provider or starting a business. There are a lot of people, it's become very popular now to kind of quit their 9 to 5 and venture out on social media creating a business, which I think is wonderful if you have a skill set or are willing to learn a skill set to be able to add value to people. So when I'm talking about online service providers, I'm talking about things like social media managers, virtual assistants, Pinterest managers, video, photo editors, graphic designers, web designers, anything like that where you can sell a service via and do it completely remotely and online is a really good option. And not every person has a ton of social media experience or a ton of Pinterest or SEO experience, but there are a ton of courses and free resources out there on the internet that can teach you all the skills that you would need to start a business like that. I know just myself, I have a membership and a masterclass and one-on-one coaching with people, and so I'm able to help business owners on one hand just promote the business that they already have, but I'm also able to help give people the skills that they need to start a business like that, like a social media management or virtual assistant or Pinterest management business. So if you are looking for something where you can have control of your time and you're willing to learn a new skill, or maybe you already have the skills and you just need to figure out how to market yourself, but you know that you want to work for yourself and own your time, that could be a really, really good option for you, and you can charge a lot of money for these skills because they're very valuable. Now, you do need to be able to produce results for people, but once you learn and get the information, you absolutely can, and bringing on just 5 clients a month for $2,000 would put you up to $10,000 a month easily, and that doesn't even include any of the other streams of income that we're going to talk about. So the next thing is brand deals. I know that these kind of can get a negative connotation again with influencers. Honestly, I feel like any type of online stream of income has a negative kind of connotation with a lot of people, just because one, people don't believe that it's possible, and two, people are just so jealous and beside themselves when they see other people doing it that they don't want to see other people be successful in something that they don't feel like they could ever be good enough to do. So brand deals can be really huge. It's important that you choose to only work with brands that are in your niche or are pertaining to the content that you actually create, because the number one most important thing that you need to maintain with your audience is trust and authority. And so if you go off recommending a bunch of products that you don't actually use or aren't actually good just because they're paying you, then you're going to lose that credibility with your audience, which is very, very important. Because brands need to be able to see results, and they need to see that it was worthwhile to pay you to promote their product. It's a business decision for them. So working with brands can be very lucrative, but it can also be challenging when you have a smaller number of followers to start doing paid collaborations. But that's not to say that it's not possible. It absolutely is. If you create a media kit and reach out to brands on your own instead of waiting for them to come to you, you can definitely land deals. And just keep in mind that the more free things that you accept, the more you're kind of setting the standard for what you're willing to accept and what others should be willing to accept. And so if you want to be a part of the influencer marketing industry and you want to continue to see that industry move forward, then you need to not be one of the people that is setting it back by accepting free products and lowering the standards for what the industry should be. There are then, of course, other streams of income like affiliate links and AdSense and things like that that you can monetize on your website or monetize a YouTube channel, or promote affiliate links, anything like that. Again, with the affiliate links, it's kind of like doing a brand deal. You need to make sure that it's on brand with what your content is actually about for it to be worthwhile for you to promote. And then there's, as far as monetizing your content itself, there's also things like the TikTok Creator Fund, which there's a lot of controversy about whether or not it hurts your views or whether it's worthwhile or whether or not you actually get paid enough for it to be worth your time. And I've never been in the Creator Fund. I have over 100,000 followers on TikTok. I've never been in the Creator Fund, and I never plan to be in the Creator Fund. Because I would rather grow and reach new people than get paid for a few views. So that's kind of my take on it, but it's definitely an option, and if you don't really care and want to just see if you can make it work, then that's great. That's another option for you. But monetizing with like AdSense or affiliate links or something like that on a website can be very, very lucrative. If you can use Pinterest and get your website views up to around 50,000 a month, then you can get into things like Mediavine, which will pay you like $2,000 a month on the minimum. So you can see as you start adding up some of these smaller income streams, they add up really quickly. To where you could be making $10, $20, $30, even $50,000 a month, depending on what services you offer, what products you offer, and how much time you're able and willing to put into it. Beyond what the actual products or things that you can sell are, you obviously need to know how to sell them. So Pinterest is a really great resource for people. It's a really great tool for anybody that wants to sell anything online. There's a lot of organic reach there. There's a lot of searchability there. And you're using a search engine to grow instead of a social media platform. So you don't have the back and forth with the algorithm and all of that trying to rank and get your content shown to people. You're able to rank based on searchability and the search volume of keywords that you're using and things like that. And I have a ton of content on Pinterest and a membership that's all about Pinterest and other platforms as well, which would be really great for you to learn. So let's talk about how you're going to promote yourself and actually sell whatever these products or services are that you're going to promote. TikTok is going to be your best friend in that sense. It has a ton of organic reach right now. It's really, really simple for you to grow and connect with your audience there. And there's such a high engagement, which is really interesting and more so than really any other platform. So TikTok is not super good for searchability yet. It's not like YouTube or Pinterest or something like that that's a search engine, which if you want to learn more about Pinterest and growing on a search engine, I have a ton of free resources and a membership that's all about that. But as far as TikTok goes, the most important thing is going to be watch time and getting people to be engaged with your content. So I have a link to download. It's a free viral content strategy, and that is a really good place to start as far as getting people to be interested and watch your videos. But what it all comes down to is creating content that people will engage with and interact with, and that will stir up some emotion within them. Whether it's controversy, whether it's inspiration, whether it's aspirational content, it doesn't matter. And there's a ton of different ways that you can create this content to make it perform well, but you need to create content that's really going to resonate with people and not just be creating content for the sake of creating content. Always create content with a goal in mind. Plan out your content and plan out what that content is specifically for. Is it for education? Is it for authority building? Is it for selling one of your products? Think about what each of these pieces of content can do for you and for your brand and for your audience, and plan ahead. Make sure that you're creating content that adds value. That's what's going to be the most conversional. If you're just selling, you're not going to do well. You're not going to have videos that do well. You need to show people what's possible. You need to showcase your skills and your talents and your abilities and showcase the information that you have to give people. If you can give people a taste of the education that you can give them, then they're a lot more likely to want to move over to your paid type of content. So just really think about adding value and creating content that's going to be very engaging. Don't create for yourself, create with your audience in mind. If you're just creating because you want to have followers or you're trying to get views, it really comes off that way in the videos. You need to create thinking about what your audience would want to know and what they would want to see from you and what problems you can solve for them. So as you create content that's engaging and is going to help your audience and educate your audience, you need to have a place for them to go. You don't want to miss out on views from a viral video just because you weren't prepared. So make sure that you have a link in your bio that's very clear as to where you want people to go, what you want them to do, what you have to offer to them. Please don't use a link tree. They look super sketchy. They all look the same. Create something either on your own website or build out a milkshake link, something like that. Literally anything is better than using Linktree because it just doesn't look nice. And so you need to have a place for people to go, have a freebie for them, have something to kind of move them in the direction of working with you. Have other social media links there so that people can connect with you across multiple platforms. Just make sure that you're always adding value, giving people a reason to go where you want them to go, and making it very, very clear for people what you can do for them and what you have to offer. So I know that creating a six-figure income seems very unattainable to probably to you watching this. You're going, oh, that seems so far away. And literally months ago, that was me. It does feel very far away and it does feel very unattainable, but you'll kind of see as you start to put these things in place and start to create with a purpose, then these numbers start to compound on each other and they start to grow, and success builds on success. So you have to get started. You have to start somewhere. It's not going to be perfect, but if you just start creating and start figuring out what you can offer people, you will be well on your way to making six figures off of your TikTok. So I hope that this was helpful and informative for you. Be sure to subscribe and give me a follow on TikTok, of course, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.